It says we're live. Let me just check on YouTube. I'm sorry we're starting a bit late, everyone. I had to get into this corset dress, and I got it maybe like a year ago. I think maybe more than a year ago at this point. I haven't worn it in a while. So it was just getting into it was a bit difficult.
You did it though. Awesome.
I'm just excited. Like, I knew it was still going to fit. We're live. Cool. I knew it was still going to fit, but it was prior, like, I had it all laced up so that I could just hook it in the front. And then I guess, you know, like, obviously bodies change. So I was like, oh, I need to loosen the back and hook it in the front.
Oh, no.
But I was like, I'm running out of time. So I was like, Mom, get back here from walking the dog.
No worries.
Thank you. Oh wait, let me hide the comments. So it's here and then it just kind of goes out and it's.
That is awesome.
I might wear it for Halloween. I don't know.
Totally, you totally should.
Okay, so let me get the first tree ready. We're not going to start sprinting immediately because I want my guest to introduce herself. So why don't you do that, Holly?
Cool. Yes, I'm going to pull up my Forest app to make sure everything's good.
Also, if people want to comment in the chat what they're going to be working on, and then I'll go through those really quickly after Holly introduces herself, that would also be great.
Oh, sorry. Yeah.
No worries.
I totally missed that. That's what you said.
That's okay. It's early in the morning. It's a Sunday.
I haven't had coffee yet. I made tea because I'm like, I wanted to wait like around.
Okay, that can be your first sprint.
Have you heard that like around like 10 o'clock or something? Like, or so it's like 8 a.m. Central for me, but at like 10, like at around 10 o'clock is when like your body absorbs like the so I was trying to wait. And so we'll see, but this might not work. Anyways, sorry guys.
I think at this point, enough people have like developed a coffee addiction that like that no longer works. Like I think if people like tried that before they like had to start going to school, that starts at like 8 a.m. for like 12 years, they would maybe be able to follow that.
Not for me.
So system screws everyone.
I am Holly Davis without coffee currently. You can find me as Write Holly Davis on YouTube, Instagram, Twitter. Yes, I am on the evil Twitter.
I am too. I haven't left it.
I find things out all the time. This is, if anything, you can stay up to date on like publishing news and stuff like that, and bookish news.
Hey, whatever works.
Yeah, I write YA and middle grade fantasy. I'm doing NaNoWriMo this year, and I'm hoping to start querying my other novel that I kind of put on hold early next year. So that's the goal.
Okay, that's awesome. To people who are new to my channel, my name is Zara Hoffman. I'm normally on time, but I was getting into the costume for the Ren Faire. I am the author of Young Adult Paranormal Romance Trilogy. I am writing a bunch of other genres right now, though. So at some point, I will have to change my intro. Let's see who's here. I have set up the room and I put the code in the chat and I'm popping it up on screen. 6QB9W52. It recently occurred to me when I had a guest who asked me to read it out loud that I should start doing that. So I've been doing that every time since. Hello, Steffi. Virtual Writing Ren Faire, hello. Thank you for including me as part of your schedule. Better days are here, Zellers. Good morning. Good morning, Kim. I don't know if you've ever been to my channel before. I don't think you have, so welcome.
Welcome.
Thank you for the compliment, Steffi. Holly was in the chat in addition to being on screen. Hello, Petra. Thank you. Hayley, good morning. Vixens of Fiction. So shiny. Yes, it is. How do I have something like that? I went to like a vendor fair with my ex-boyfriend, which I don't know if it's like taboo to like wear something that like an ex got you, but sometimes he got me some pretty things and I was like I wear them, so I'm not gonna get rid of them. I just haven't worn them in a while. Like I haven't worn anything he got me in like a really long while. So this is the first time in months and months.
Aww.
I think it's been like 6 months already. I just had an idea that would change the entire outline of my young adult nano project, and I think I'm going to work on that. Yes, I had seen that in Project Discord, Kate Kavanaugh's Discord server. I'm reading today, though I'll fix breakfast and do some housework before I start. Just swing by to listen while I work until reading. Oh, thank you.
Nice.
Hello, Celine.
My contact is going wonky.
Oh no. Okay, I'll wrap it up so we can get to the first sprint really quickly.
Even if I need to I just need to like take it out and then put it back in.
Yeah. Okay. I will move quickly. Yay for querying. I'm hoping to start this nano too, so you're not alone in thinking about querying. Getting ready to post a video I was supposed to prep yesterday. Yeah. Okay. So Holly has this NaNoWriMo survival kit tag, and I meant to film it yesterday, and then I had no energy after doing 4 hours of live streaming on Friday. So I will do that today, probably after this stream.
You're totally fine.
Kim is a Mighty Pen. Okay, that's what I thought. So I'm volunteering with the Mighty Pens run by Kat Brower and Susan Dennard, which is why I added Wednesday and Friday streams to my channel for October and November. So thank you, Kim.
Cool.
Good afternoon from Germany. Are you more awake than us in America? I hope so. I love the colors of your covers there. I have the ebook of one, but I'm not thinking I want all three before reading. I mean, obviously, I'm going to say go for it. But thank you so much, Eva. Hello, Natalie. Natalie's going to be reading my new adult sci-fi book as an early reader.
Oh, that's so much fun.
Steffi's a fellow German. Hayley was encouraging Steffi about like re-outlining, and I'm applying for more jobs. That's what I'm going to be doing during my first sprint. Holly, quickly, what are you doing on your first sprint? And then I'm going to hit start so you can fix your contact and grab coffee.
Get my eye on, put my eyes in. That's what I call it.
Yeah.
I'm going to be working on Preptober, so I did a lot. I almost finished finding like reference pictures for all of my characters, the main and secondary. So I'm almost done with that, and then I can actually start filling in like the character like sheets, like the bios and stuff. So it's going well.
Cool. Okay, I have the timer set up, and we're going to start the first sprint in 3, 2, 1, go.
Yay.
Happy productivity, everyone. that was the end of the first sprint. How did people do?
Oh my goodness, done by fast.
I know, right?
I'm like, what? Oh.
It happened quickly.
Oh, I was still looking at pictures. So I was like, oh, I don't want this person to look like this anymore. So the struggle is real.
I realized that if I lean forward, it looks like I'm not wearing anything. So I need to remember to sit back.
Oh, yeah.
Because normally, like, you know, it's very clear what I'm wearing, so I don't have to worry about stuff like that.
Exactly.
I promise I'm not indecent. If anything, I'm dressed up.
Yeah, they'll see the sparkle, you know.
Yeah. So you were still looking at pictures.
Yeah, because I realized I was like, oh, this character, and like the name that I have for that character, I'm like, that doesn't match that person. No, they have to change. So
I mean, we're authors and we're very particular about things, so
right.
Makes sense.
Mm-hmm. I have to know ahead of time, so I have to have like a face to the name. So when I'm writing, so
yeah. I don't do that. I wonder if it would make describing my characters easier. I kind of skimp on physical descriptions other than like hair and eyes and height in relation to other people. Like, I know that like if a character is taller than someone else, and like normally it comes up in like a conversation, not like they say it, but like, you know, like someone holds something out of reach of someone else.
Right. Yeah, that I like that. Where you're sneaking in, you're like showing it and not telling it.
But like I only I only know what I'm going to show. Does that make sense? Like I don't have like a whole thing in my head of like, oh, here are all the details and this is what I'm picking and choosing. This is like I want to include something about this. So like, do I already know it or do I have to think of it before I write it?
Right. I guess like if I want to include the clothes or whatever and describe it, like, yeah, I feel like it'll paint a better picture.
Yeah. Okay. Hayley joined the Mighty Pens and needs to figure out if I can stream or anything for them. If you've joined the Discord, you can, I believe, go into Sprinter HQ, or is that only open to volunteers? There are like so many different like channels in the Discord, and as a volunteer, I'm in all of them, so I don't remember what's only open to volunteers and what isn't. But if you go in there and you ask someone, I'm sure you'll be able to figure out if you can stream for them.
Cool.
Good morning, Regina. Yeah, Regina's 3 hours ahead of me, and your dedication to my channel is wonderful, and I really appreciate it.
That's beast.
You're more dedicated to me than I am to my fellow Authortubers. Like, I'll put people in my calendar for like 8 a.m. and half the time I'm like, I woke up at 8. I don't know if I can get into like writing or productivity mode in time.
Yeah.
Good morning, Charlotte. Hello, Nina. 135 words is still great. And thank you for being here. We have 3 more sprints to go. I'm going to start the next one relatively soon so we don't run out of time, because today is only an hour and a half of sprinting on my channel as part of the Virtual Writing Renaissance Faire, as organized by the lovely Hayley Haggerty. After the next sprint, I'm going to talk a little bit more about it. But I just want to get into the second one soon. Steffi did backstory. CB got 194 and is trying to remember Irish dancing choreography.
That's fun.
That sounds like a lot of work, but awesome. I've seen videos of it. It's intense.
Cool.
747 words. Awesome. 6 screens described. Awesome, Kim. I do that, Holly. I have to know who I'm writing, like have images of the person. For those who are wondering, the 11 a.m. sprint is now added to the playlist. Okay.
I was thinking about that because I went on the playlist and I was like, oh, is there nothing until noon? Because I think the next thing was like noon central. And I was like, oh, okay. But now I can join this 11 a.m. sprint now.
Yeah. Like sense of fiction, showing off my characters in the video. I don't tell everything, but I like knowing. Yeah, okay. And then Regina got coffee and fed the dogs. All important stuff.
Yay.
Okay, so I'm going to set up the next room, which I should have done before I went into the comments. But
you're doing a lot.
Speaking of dogs, Regina, the next tree that Holly has picked is the dog tree.
Yay!
So
I couldn't remember.
That was like such a perfect segue. I was like, you know what?
Speaking of which.
5VCFU. I promise I do not come up with these codes. They're automatically generated. 6G. 5VCFU6G.
Oh wait, I think
think of that. Oh no, that was 7G. I was trying to think of my homeroom because they would do it by like the grade you're in and then the first name of like the head teacher. And I was like, oh, I was 6G, and then I realized no, I was in 7G.
I can't. Oh, I think mine was like there's like 3 numbers. So I think I was like 568 or something like that. Like
I was in a really small school. There were 36 kids per grade, so each homeroom had
oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, crazy.
We all kind of wanted to murder each other by the end.
I don't blame you.
Yeah. Okay. So people are in the room. That was really fast. Bravo to all of you. So we can get into the next sprint momentarily once I put the timer back up. And we're going to start in 3, 2, 1. Happy productivity, everyone. Please stay a little bit after this sprint so I can explain more stuff about the Virtual Writing Ren Faire at the end. that's the end of the second sprint. If you can hear my mom in the background on the phone, I apologize. I asked her to speak a bit quieter. The walls, oh, by the way, I moved. It's a temporary move, but that's why I don't have my purple background. And the walls here are really, really thin. So, but like I have also really good hearing, so I can hear my mom, but I don't know if it's coming through. But if you can, I apologize to everyone.
It's okay. I got distracted right at the end. I was like, oh, there's only like 2 minutes left. Let me watch this K-pop video.
I understand.
But I finished looking at the picture, finished finding pictures for all the characters. So now, and then I started to kind of do the character bios and stuff. So I'm
typing in the code for the next one before I forget. It is 6PRP3U9. I saw that Keelan Rivers and Kate Kavanaugh came in to give this stream a like, so but they had to leave. They said they might be back later. I don't know if they know that we're ending in like 30 minutes, so they might not make it back before this is over. But then there is a sprint at 11, which is on the playlist, which if I did my job correctly, I put in the description of this video. I said it weeks ago and then kind of, like I'm a set it and forget it type of person. So the sprint playlist should be in the description down below. If not, I will also leave a link to it in the live chat. But this is part of the Virtual Writing Ren Faire. I keep having to think about the name because like I've thought of it as just Writer Ren Faire in my head. When Hayley first pitched it. So this is part of the Virtual Writing Renaissance Faire. And there is a storyline that has been going since yesterday's opening ceremony. And if you go through the playlist, there is a hint for every stream, panels too. And it is time for me to give my clue. And my clue is I saw Thief Sarah running through the palace halls. So you probably want to write that down. If you have all the clues, it'll be fun at the end. And then I believe there's a prize. Correct me if I'm wrong, Hayley. Yes, that is the clue. I saw Thief Sarah running through the palace halls or palace corridor. And I don't know if you need to say Princess Zara saw Thief.
Cool.
Princess Zara saw Thief Sarah, because that is my role. I updated it down here, as you can see. My name Zara actually means princess in Arabic, so I was like, "What's like?"
Oh, that's fun!
As a Renaissance role, and Hayley, who is organizing this whole event, was like, "Sure." So I was like, "Great! I got a dress and everything." We're going to start the next sprint very quickly. It will be the final sprint because this stream is only going for an hour and a half in total today as part of the event. So I have the code up on screen again. I will read it out again. It is 6PRP3U9 for people who haven't gotten into the room and want to. I'm going to quickly read comments, but I won't pop them up on screen just so I, can get to the next one quickly.
But that second sprint, it didn't say, it still said waiting for host, so I didn't get any credit for that one. Hey.
Wait, why?
I don't know. It was it made it seem like it didn't even start.
It definitely did. It grew the tree. Did you leave the previous room?
Yeah, I left the room. I started the next one. I don't know. Maybe it's because my phone was not. I don't know. Maybe it was because it was locked or something. I don't know. I'm going to make sure it starts this time so I get credit.
I'm so sorry, Holly.
It's okay.
You're in this room. You're definitely in this room. I just checked.
Thanks.
Okay.
The struggle is real.
I'm sorry.
It's
okay. Silver spent the sprint, and I'm quoting, so I'm not calling them lazy. I spent the sprint finally deciding to get my lazy butt out of bed and get ready for the day. Productive, important, productive. Netta got 125. Lol, I'm still waking up. That's okay. Totally understandable. Regina said that you can't really hear my mom, which makes me feel better, and edited 500 words. Thank you, Jordan. Jordan said it looked really pretty. Normally, I would put that up on screen, but I just want to give people the code on screen just in case. Yeah, I dressed up for the Ren Fair. Nina got 350 words. Awesome. Celine got 560. Wow. I started to weave in stuff into the timeline, said Steffi. I don't keep track of word count with that because it's hard to keep track. Understandable. Just for no wordy, I keep track of everything except text messages. Okay, Writing Ren Faire at the closing ceremony, the person who gets so you collect all the clues and then you guess who stole the. Oh my god, I prepared so badly for this. I was like, okay, there was someone stole the palace jewels, and you have to guess who it is. So if you collected all the clues and the person who guessed correctly gets knighted, my bad. I guess there's not like a prize, but you get knighted by Lord Hayley. Yes, so that's the answer. Yeah, so Sin and Silver were asking what the clues are for, and then Hayley / or answered. Okay, if you follow Virtual Writing Ren Faire on Instagram, all clues in the schedule will be posted there. Also, don't forget to tag us on Instagram and Twitter if you're liking the event. Cool. How's my Mill Wordy going? Not great. But this month has been better in that I've written every single day. Yeah. I'm very behind. I'm not going to win Millwordy at this point, but I'm not going to change and say like, oh, I'm doing half Millwordy now because I want to see how much I didn't make it. And that sounds really like depressing. But the truth is that like I thought I'd be writing a lot more for grad school than I am. So that's why.
I see. Yes,
it's like the game Clue. Hayley has got a sword. She needs to put it to good use. Haha. Yeah. Okay, so it is 10:06 at my time, which means we have 24 minutes before the stream ends. So I'm going to start the last sprint, which is 20 minutes, and then we will spend the remaining 4 minutes wrapping up. So, okay, on your marks, get set, go. Happy productivity, everyone. That was the final sprint. I realized I forgot to put the ticker up on the bottom that said third and final sprint to let people know that, you know, I was ending at the third sprint instead of the normal 4. So apologies, but that was the last sprint.
It was really funny because I think I had accidentally like clicked because I have the YouTube video up. So I think it like paused it. So I was like, oh yeah, there's 10 minutes left. And then I'm doing all this work and I look and I'm like, why does it still say there's 10 minutes left? And literally like, right when I like brought it up to speed, you're like, all right, we're done. I'm like, woo, that was good.
That's funny. If people want to say how they did in the comments, you can. I will try to read as many as I can, but there's always a lag between YouTube and StreamYard. So how'd you do? What did you accomplish this stream, Holly, if you want to give a recap?
Oh, yes, I'm really proud because I came up with pictures for all of the main and secondary characters and then started to do more character description. And one of my characters has like a physical disability, so I was researching that disease and seeing what impairments I wanted that character to have. So making great progress, and I'm really excited.
Can I ask what disability, or do you not want to
very productive. That? Yeah. Oh no, that's fine. Okay. It's muscular dystrophy. So yeah, and there's different kinds, and so I was trying to see like, okay, what's the one, because like some people develop it like before they're like 3 years old, others they develop it later in life, so I'm like trying to be like accurate.
What genre is
it's very important to the story.
Okay, because I was like,
it is fantasy.
Yeah, I was like, how realistic do things have to be in your world? Is what I was trying to remember.
I know. I guess not too much, but because I'm putting that in and I'm like,
yeah, no. I'm the same way. Like in my sci-fi novel, like the aliens are cold-blooded, even though they look very human. And I was like, I had a scene where I was like, wait, cold-blooded animals don't sweat. So I fixed that before I sent it out to my early readers, but I was just like, you know, there are certain things where it's like you need it to be realistic to a point, but like, so that's why I was like, does it have to be 100% realistic because it's like contemporary, or is it like you can futz with it a bit if you want to? So.
Yeah, I could be like, oh well. Yeah.
I'm gonna quickly read comments and then we'll have like a minute to wrap up. So if you want to think of your outro, if you don't already have one, because I can't remember. I remember people who've come to my channel, and I remember people I've had host on my channel, but I can't remember who has outros ready and who doesn't. So
my outro is pretty much the same as my intro.
Okay, that's fine. I mean, mine is too, but I have some people who are like, oh, I'm really bad at intros and outros, and I'm like, well, if you want time to think of it. So Zane got 566. Awesome. Regina got 400, and you're welcome. I love hosting these sprints. CB got 414. Awesome. Silver said, anyone else try to rewrite something only to pretty much write the same thing? Yeah, that sometimes happens to me. But that's just like kind of proof that like, okay, like maybe it's not as bad as you initially thought if you rewrote it like the same way.
When I do line edits, I'll write, I'm like, oh, I'm gonna reword this and like add this description. And then I read like 2 lines down and I'm like, oh, I wrote that. Okay, I guess I'm like consistent with past and present Holly, so.
Yeah. Celine got 646. You're welcome for the stream. Charlotte got 700 for that sprint, which is really weird for me because it's a round number or because it's a lot. Either way, great number. It is 10:31. The next sprint starts in now 29 minutes. So I'm going to pop that in the chat for people who want to click over. But Holly, why don't you give an outro and then I'll do mine.
Yes, thank you guys for having me. Thanks, Zara, for having me. This was so much fun. You can find me as Write Holly Davis. YouTube channel's linked down below. Write Fantasy, all about motivation and accountability. So if you're interested in that and traditional publishing advice, check out my channel.
And also runs the Diverse is Lit book club.
Yes, the Diversity is Lit book club. That's
Diversity is Lit. My bad.
Yeah. So you're fine. Yes, please check that out too.
My name is Zara Hoffman. I'm a self-published author of young adult paranormal romance. My trilogy is out and linked down below. I host writing sprints on Wednesdays, Fridays, and Sundays. I don't know why I keep wanting to say Monday. That's not true. Sundays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. I have all my currently planned sprints in a playlist on my channel, and you could also just go to upcoming live streams through my YouTube channel. I hope you all like the stream. Please don't forget to like it. It really helps. And if you don't want to miss any future videos from me, please subscribe and hit the bell icon down below. I also make YouTube videos about my writing process and musical theater. So I hope you all had fun, and I